Hi there, bosses. Welcome to another episode of the VA Lounge 365. This is Ask Me Fridays. I am your VA and digital marketing coach, Amsa, and today we are going to talk all about Trello for beginners. I hope you remember the previous episode where we spoke about goal setting for 2018. Goal setting is really important, and we have spoken extensively all about goal setting, the framework, the process, and what you should be doing after you've seen the video using the worksheets. And I hope you have already joined my Facebook group. We have a Facebook Live that is going on next week all about goal setting, and I want you to be a part of my Facebook group. I welcome you. And now that today, like I promised, I am doing this Trello for beginners because I know that if you have been a paper and pen person, as I promised, I would like to teach you all about Trello and how you can use Trello to leverage the importance of project management and task management software. I have all the benefits and how you can actually use Trello from a blank slate and convert it using a template in the description box below. I have also linked my Trello board, a link which I'm going to teach you using my system, and you can actually grab that template and make it your own. I will tell you how to do that. Once you get into the Trello board, there are going to be 3 dots towards your right side, so which means you will click on the dot and there's going to be an option to copy this board. You can click on the copy this board and you will get a link. Grab the link, make a copy, that is copy it, and then go to your own Trello board. Once you sign up, or if you're an existing user, you can just go and copy and paste it to make that your own. Remember, if you don't copy and paste it, you will not be able to edit that particular board. So I hope you will enjoy this training. If you have any question, leave it in the comments below and I will take my time to definitely reply back to you. Or if you want to reach out to me in a jiffy, you can hop on to my Facebook group and you can send me a message. Bye. Hello there and welcome back to the Trello for Beginners training. I am so excited to be talking to all of you about Trello today, which is my favorite platform as a project management and task management tool, and I'm so excited to be sharing it with all of you. Well, if you actually see the screen, you can see that Trello lets you get more work done collaboratively or individually. So this is going to be the ultimate software, though you have Asana, but if you start or if you feel that you want to develop something from scratch, then if you're a person like me, especially who wants to set up your own systems and you are a fanatic of systems management, then you are definitely going to like Trello, because Trello is more like a blank slate where you have to start building your own templates. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the tool for you. So it's going to be your ultimate best friend, as I call it. So, well, if you see this Trello board, you can see that it helps you with your product development, your sales team, your marketing team, your human resources, your onboarding. Everything is pretty much done using Trello. And you can also see that startups to Fortune 500 companies use Trello. So you can have all your information at a glance, which is shown here. So it is exactly the way. I will let you know once we get into it completely. You can work with any team. You can have your personal boards, your customers' boards. It's a more of a productivity platform. And I will tell you how to log in or to sign up. If you are a new user, basically you're looking at this video because you're a new user. And when you're a new user, you go to this option, either that is on the right hand top, which is the sign up button, or you go to the button that's in the center and you say sign up. It's free. And then you get to create a Trello account. So basically, if you are taking an email ID that's based out of your website domain, then you enter your name, your email ID, and then your password, and then you give create account. If you are somebody like me who uses a Gmail for your business, then you can sign up with a Gmail as well. So this is completely up to you. So now that I have an account already, I am going to log into my account here and show you that I have different categories of boards. When you start afresh, if you're totally a new user, you're not going to see any of these boards and it is going to look completely blank. Because I have multiple boards, I have been working with multiple customers, and that's the reason I have so many boards. I have my individual boards, my group boards, my personal boards, my home base. Oh yes, I use a Trello to plan my day, both personally and officially. I also use a Trello for deciding on the grocery list with my family. Pretty much every single person in my family has a Trello board, and it is linked to one another, and it's awesome, it's fun. So I think once you start using it, you'll also like it really. So here you can see my personal boards, and then my offshore 365 board, my other customers' boards, right? So when you start afresh, as like I said, you're not going to have any board. Towards the left, when you click on the avatar, you can see that it is going to show you entirely the benefits that you have. Either you're a Trello Gold user. Trello Gold is nothing but it's a premium version. So you could be a Trello for Gold user, or you could be like a basic Trello, that's the free version user. It could be anything. Well, the major difference that I would say, what I personally feel, there are so many differences, but the major difference that I feel in the free version and in the paid version is that in the free version you are limited to just one I would say one power up. I'll tell you what a power up is. You're limited to just one power up, but in the Trello for Gold version you can avail unlimited power ups. So which means you either take the paid version, or if you want to try Trello Gold for free completely, which Trello has an option, you need to basically refer somebody, and that somebody whom you have referred should sign up. They should be pretty much a new user, and they should sign up using their email address, and you will get 1 month Trello Gold for free. So for one user, it's 1 month Trello Gold for free. So like that, you can do that. Well, secret, I have also got Trello like that. Yes, I have referred so many people to this amazing platform, and I have enjoyed around 6 months of Trello Gold for free, and I really liked it. Well, okay, so now once we are done with this customer avatar, towards the right you can see 3 different options. Well, in the center you can see the navigation pane, which is the Trello button itself. This remains the same even when you get inside the boards, but now it's going to look a bit different because I'm recording this on my iPad, right? Okay, so towards your right you have the search button, which means if at all you want to search a particular a word or a particular document in all of these boards, like you have around 15 to 20 boards, and it becomes crazy when you have more than like 5 boards and you have no clue where every single information is. So I type marketing, the word marketing, and then I give the term search. You can see that it pulls out all the information about marketing, and it is going to give me the information. So this is pretty much an easy thing. When I click on this bell icon, it is going to give me all the notifications. That is, if I have a public group, which means if I have my group members, all the notifications from different boards are going to appear here. When I click on the me button, it is going to show my particular notifications that has my private boards. And when I click on the comments, it is going to show the place where in respect to the shared boards, that is shared with my group or shared with some public person, or when I'm sharing the new board that I'm going to create now with you guys, so that you can all learn more about Trello. Every single activity that you do is going to appear here in all the notifications. But in comments, if you are going to mention me, for example, you should always pronounce this followed by you should always mention this followed by So when you say @amsa, it is going to redirect the comment to me. So that is how it is going to work. And if you click on the plus sign, you can see that it is asking you to create a brand new board, and that's how you start with Trello if you're a fresher. So I am going to create this thing called a demo, the business hub. I would like to call this the business hub. And then you say team, I'm going to share it with none, nobody. Visibility, I'm going to make it public because you guys will copy and paste this into your system. And then background, I'm not doing anything for now because I'm going to tell you when we get inside the list, I'm going to tell you how do we actually create. Sorry, inside the board, I'm going to tell you how to actually create it. And then we click on the create button. Once we do that, it is going to take you to a blank slate, like I said. So when it's going to take you here, well, there are three important things to understand inside Trello. If you understand these three things, Trello becomes an ice cream for you where you understand everything, and yes, you will not get any confusion. All right, so the first thing is that Trello is all about creating a board. Board is your basic. If you don't have a board, or if you have not created a board, you cannot create anything else. Please remember that. The second thing is that you should create lists under boards. So lists are nothing but vertical columns which has a main heading followed by cards which are subheadings. So so like I said, the boards, lists, board has lists and list has cards. So this is something that you need to really understand. So now that we have created the board, and you can see this option which says add list. So I'll tell you the other features before we get in actually to this. Again, you have the search option here, so which is pretty much the same. You can add one word, or you can find a card from multiple lists, which is up to you. Apart from that, again, this is the navigation pane. Like I said, I'm using it on an iPad, so the navigation pane is towards the right. If you're using it on a laptop, it could be a Mac or it could be a Windows, it's going to show in the center just the way it showed previously. And this notifications icon is going to work the same pretty much throughout the Trello board. If you can see the three dots, you click on the three dots and there is going to be hell lot of amazing features that you can find inside this. For example, you have an option to star or unstar a particular board. So which means when you click on the star button, it is going to create a new business board. I mean, not a board, a section which is going to name it as start. A start board is going to help you to find your majorly or to find your frequently used boards. You don't have to dig and then find out the boards. Instead, you could star a particular board which you're using very frequently, like on a daily basis, and it's going to appear on the top. So that's how start boards work. And you can see whether it's public or private. I've made it public because you guys have to copy it. Otherwise, here that I have is airdrop. That's pretty much nothing to do. And the next option is archive. So archive has pretty much to do with where I don't want you to really delete a board. Instead, you can delete cards, because when you're done with a particular work, you can delete the card, but never ever delete a list, or you can also delete a list. Okay, that's also acceptable, but don't delete a board because you never know when you want information back. So when you really archive it, it's going to store all the information. Trello is basically going to store all the information for you in the backend. So which means it also makes sure that it doesn't consume so much space. So this is going to really help you. So don't delete an entire board because it has so much valuable information and you are spending so much time to create the valuable information, and that's how it is. So you basically archive it, and then can you see the gear icon? If you can see the gear icon and then you click on the gear icon, this is where your board, this particular board's settings is come into picture. You can rename it however you want. You can assign a team to it if you're working with more than one team. And background, which is my most favorite part. Click on the background and you have two options in the free version. The first thing is just the colors. So you can just click on the colors, tap on the colors, and it is going to change colors, which you can see. If you're not a color fanatic, and if you are basically a Trello Gold user, you have the option to access premium backgrounds or upload your own, which means you can upload a photo of you and your pup, photo of you and your adult dog, of your family, your husband, pretty much anything. But since I'm not a Trello Gold user now, and I'm also in the free version, because you get tons of features in the free version itself, so I hardly use a gold version. And if I go to the photos, which is again free, you have so many photos to choose from. This is totally up to you, so you can just browse through the photos. I'm going to figure out one photo. Well, I love this. Yes, it is beautiful. See the leaves, it looks beautiful. And then you just tap on it and you get that tick mark, and then it's done. Yes, it changes. So now coming back to it, and then you can see that it's going to say show card covers. This has to be on because that's how it works. And then you can edit labels. I'll let you know what labels are in a little while. And if you want to get information from this, you can subscribe to it or unsubscribe from this board. And then otherwise visibility, commenting, so you can go through pretty much few of these. So voting is nothing but when you have a poll that is happening inside your Trello board, you can actually create poll and the members can vote. So that's how voting goes. If you want to add members, you can click on it and then you can add members. All right, so below that you have members, so you can invite the members by name or email ID. Otherwise, you can see my display photograph here, which says, okay, it's done only by me. I'm only the person who's taking care of it now. Now getting into the power-ups, which is the most powerful tool of Trello. Under power-ups, you can see so many power-ups, but because I am again on my iPad, I can see only 2, and I basically use this calendar power-up, so I'm just switching it on. And you can see that there's this option that says calendar. So when I am not using calendar, most of the times that I don't use calendar, what I do is that I switch on, if at all I don't need calendar on any other board, I either switch on the Google Drive or the Dropbox power up, basically because those are my alternative things that I basically use for my business. So most of the times I have calendar power up because I assign due dates to my work, and that's how I work. And apart from that, you can see that there is this activity column that is happening inside a Trello, and you can actually work on all of this in the activity area. So it is going to tell you who has changed from what to what. So that's how it actually works. All right, so now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to start adding a list. All right, so the list could be any of your, let's assume you're working in a team and you need to work on, you need the login details. Please excuse my typos because I am not using a physical keyboard and I'm using the keyboard that's there on my iPad. So please excuse any typos. And then I'm going to say add. When I say add, if you can see this is going to appear as the heading of this entire list. So it is a description of the entire list. And I'm going to say add card. So this is where your actual information starts. This login details is like the heading to that particular card. And when you add, the login details is like the heading to the particular list. And under the list, we are going to create cards that basically describes the step-by-step process that we need to do for this particular topic. So let's say I want to know the Gmail login. If at all I have a Zoho login. Then I have a Dubsado login. If you don't know what's Dubsado, it's a CRM. So let's say Dubsado CRM. And then let's say Skype. Oops, sorry. And then let's say Skype. I'm just giving you an idea. So once you get into all of these details, give me 1 minute. Right. Okay, so when you get into the details, you're going to, so how did this come? You're just going to touch that particular card, and this is where all your information is stored. So it's basically like your application on a phone where you click on that, you just click on the WhatsApp button and then it pulls all the information. So that's how it is. And then there is this option that says description. So I can say personal login, personal Gmail. So what is the ID? And then you can say official Gmail. That's totally up to you. I mean, like, I'm just writing something for the sake of doing it. So you can just put the IDs here and then you click on done. So it is going to give you the option. Once you do that, you can set a due date. Usually I don't prefer setting due dates to this board because it's a business hub, which means it's going to contain all the information about my business. And oh, remember, I have a quick tip for you. If you are the business owner and want to see all of this information under one board, it makes sense for you to have one board. If you're working in a company, like in a corporate company, or a corporate culture where you have, you go to an office actually and then work, or if you could be a virtual assistant, you could be a freelancer. Otherwise, if you're sharing the work remotely, I would suggest you to create different boards for human resources, admin, marketing, your sales, your backend, your support. It's better that you create separate boards and share it only with that particular team. It makes a lot of sense. So when you have a business hub, you usually don't have a due date because this business hub acts as a training place where new employees add to the system and old employees leave. So when old employees leave, and then you know that there is an option that you can remove them, but at the same time, you will have an idea of adding the new member to the team, and you don't have to waste your time training this particular person. Just share the board with that person, and you're going to link all your training videos, all your training materials inside this. And you might need Trello Gold at this point if at all your company is ready to invest, but it's worth the investment. If at all your company is ready to invest for extra storage within this particular project management tool, or if you want to link it to your Google Drive or Dropbox, that's also totally okay. But I usually prefer having or storing them inside this. All right. So now that we know how to assign due dates, you can say September 2nd and then you say done. So it has a due date. Once you're done with that, you can also assign this to somebody in person, where that person will be able to see what exactly you're assigning to whom. Click on labels, and there are different colors under labels. So what do you actually do? In this case, you click on a particular color. Let me check this blue, and then I click on this pencil icon. When I do that, it's going to ask me for a name. I say admin manager. Whoever is the admin manager, no matter how many managers change, or somebody's leaving from the system or somebody's adding new, and then you click done. So it's going to rename itself to admin manager, and the minute you touch it, it's going to add itself. So then come out, and then so and then you can add members, because now that I've added somebody, so it is like that. Now the best part is you have to add the checklist. You can also rename the checklist if you want to, but I don't prefer doing it. So what does the admin manager do? Let's say collect info sheet. You click on done or enter, and then it goes to the next line, and then you say collect date of birth, organize meetings. So I'm just giving you an idea again. Okay, organize meetings. So something like this. So when you say done, it's going to add it. And if you want another checklist, yes, you can as well do another checklist. And all the activity that you have done here is going to show below once again. So this is how it works. Again, if you want to add the details to Zoho, you're good to do. Dapsado CRM, you're good to do. Skype, you're good to do. Fine. So now let's talk about the courses either the company has created or you have purchased from somebody. So you say course A, and then you add a course B, and then you say course C, and maybe you add this. So this is how it is. And then you add saying human resources, and then you add the details. So that's how it's totally up to you. So this is just an idea that I'm providing to you, and this is how you need to create the boards, and you need to create lists, and then you need to create cards under the lists. All right, so this is all that I have for the beginners who are just starting out with Trello, because I know that most of you are still paper and pen person, which is absolutely brilliant and it's absolutely okay. But let's also start saving papers and become more digital, because the entire world is becoming digital. And let us also understand how to do and how to advance using the brilliant options which are available online to leverage the importance. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you learned something. If you really have any doubts on this, you can comment below and I am going to respond back to you immediately. Don't forget to join my awesome Facebook mastermind, which is going to give you in-depth details, checklists and worksheets. And when I release a course, you're going to be the first person to grab the coupon code, and you're going to be the first person who's going to be notified when you're inside my Facebook group. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will share the link to this particular board so that you can copy and make it your own. Thank you so much. Bye.